Hi YouTube friends, Caroline here. I hope this video finds you making it a great day and being healthy, happy, and thriving. I wanted to tune in live today to talk to you a little bit more about the sesamoid injury. The thing is, I've been receiving a lot of emails and messages from you about sesamoid injuries, questions, comments, concerns. People want to know about my experience and the things that I've been doing to aid in healing. And I would love to respond to all of the messages and emails, but I'm a working woman and live a full life, so I figured it might just be more useful to film a video and answer some of your questions in this space so that you can come back to this and refer to it time and time again to maybe bring some insight into your own healing process. If you're dealing with a sesamoid injury, my heart goes out to you. I have definitely been in your shoes and I am healing from one myself. It is a very challenging and difficult injury to heal from. But the truth is, if you find the right support, the right coaches, and the right knowledge to work with your body in your own healing journey, you can heal from a sesamoid injury. So I do want to give you hope. First off, though, I am not a doctor, so this is based off my own physical experience in healing from a sesamoid injury. Your body is different than my body, is different than someone else's body, so you really need to find the right support, doctors, physical therapists, and experts to help you in learning to identify what your body needs in healing from a sesamoid injury and coming back to full health. However, I have a whole bunch of fitness and health resources because I am a fitness expert. I work in the fitness and health industry. So I'm very fortunate in that I've had great doctors and incredible physical therapists as resources and tools to help guide me in this healing process. So I do want to share what I've learned throughout this past year of healing from a sesamoid injury with you. And also I've got some emails here with a lot of questions, so I'm going to take the time now to answer some of those questions. Again, everyone's body is different, and always check with your doctor before making any changes to your own personal health, fitness, or nutrition plan. So my sesamoid injury actually came from being very flexible. I am hypermobile, I'm extremely flexible, and my body needs strength and stability and not flexibility. So I'm unlike a lot of people because when I stretch, I get hurt. I have very open hips and I'm super flexible, and if you wanted me to do a back bend, I could, or do yoga, I could, but those types of movement are actually not great for my body because I'm too limber and not stable. So everything in my body is so mobile, including my feet. And when I put repetitive stress on the muscles in my body as far as stretching and lengthening, I get hurt. I got high hamstring tendinosis from too much yoga many years ago, and I got sesamoiditis from too much flexibility in my hips and my glutes and not enough strength in my glutes and strength in the rest of my body. So that contributed to this injury. I also had a weak gluteus maximus and a tight piriformis. And that created muscular imbalances and improper movement patterns that slowly led to repetitive stress and this injury over time. I didn't know because it never caused pain until years of working with a tight piriformis and weak gluteus maximus eventually caused pain. So I hope that makes sense to you. And it's funny because you just don't know what you don't know. So your body teaches you that something was off by giving you an injury or an experience that brings insight and knowledge into, wow, I wasn't healing, or I wasn't moving properly, or things in my body weren't working together well. Something was off, and usually an injury is a good opportunity to identify those imbalances or improper movement patterns and rework how you move in your life. So my sesamoid injury came from a couple of things: being too flexible, including my feet, having too much flexibility in my entire body, having a very tight piriformis, and a weak gluteus maximus on my right side that didn't fire. Some people confuse size with working. You can have a good looking butt, but it might not actually fire when you're moving. So some people say, oh, well, my butt is big, so it works. That's not actually how it works. You can have size, but not function. So sometimes you don't know that your right butt might not be working until something happens. So I just want to encourage you to maybe either work with a physical therapist or start to identify maybe weaknesses in your own body that may have contributed to your sesamoid pain or to an injury. So for me, my injury came from those two things: being too flexible, tight piriformis, weak gluteus maximus, that contributed to improper movement patterns, muscular imbalances that slowly over time caused this injury. So I got the injury in July of 2016, and now today it is July 2017, 1 year later from the injury, and I am almost completely back to full health. My journey came from offloading my sesamoid, completely getting off my sesamoid and staying in a boot, resting it, and then working with an incredible physical therapist to slowly retrain my body to move properly. So for me, that meant retraining my right gluteus maximus to fire and to work, and also slowly loading the big toe tendon and slowly adding things back in like lunges and push-ups and planks that require toe bending in a very safe way so that I could slowly heal the tendon and get it to return to full health. It does take a really long time, whether you're recovering from a fracture or tendonitis. I would say the tendon takes a lot longer than the bone. Bones heal. If you offload bones 6 to 8 weeks, bones heal. Tendons take a really long time. And if you're not smart about it and you keep pushing that tendon and stretching that tendon and putting repetitive stress on that tendon, it's going to take longer. So when you're healing from sesamoiditis, or the tendon issue of the sesamoid, you really do need to keep the foot flat, stay in shoes, make sure that you're not excessively bending that foot or bending the foot at all, and again, work with a physical therapist and a doctor to make sure that you're identifying what your specific body needs in order to heal properly. I will strongly encourage those of you that have any sesamoid issues to not look at fixing your foot, but look up the chain and think about, is there something going on with my butt, my hips, my core that may have contributed to this injury in the first place? Yes, if you stepped on a crazy sharp object and fractured your sesamoid and it wasn't because of an improper movement pattern, that's a different story. But if it's a repetitive stress injury, it may have come from something that some weakness or imbalance that you had that you didn't know you had until you had this injury. So again, working with a physical therapist, identifying those muscular imbalances, weaknesses will really serve you. For me also, I found an incredible foot doctor. Her name is Dr. Arlene Hoffman. She's based out of San Francisco, and she prescribed specific orthotics for me. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, I have really flexible muscles and tendons, and I also have flexible feet. So actually getting my foot in a rigid shoe that supported myself in having strength and stability to my foot was helpful for me because my feet are really flexible. So I wanted to show you the custom orthotics that she made for me. They're pretty crazy. Are you ready? So this is the orthotic. You can kind of see. And from here, she put all sorts of foam padding to give me extra lift depending on what my arch needed. And here's the cutout specifically for the sesamoid. So my foot floats here and my sesamoid bone can float, which is pretty cool. So when I'm walking, I offload. I am now training out of these because my foot has started to heal, and these are now becoming more of a hindrance than they are a help. But that's because I wore these enough that they helped my sesamoid heal. And now, hi Betty, it's good to see you. I hope you don't have a sesamoid, and if you do, I hope that this video serves you. But yes, after wearing these for, I want to say a couple months, I am now training out of these because wearing these too much cuts off my ability to use my butt, which was the problem in the first place, so I can't be in these too much. But the orthotics really helped offload the toe, the tendon, and the bending of the big foot so that I wasn't creating repetitive stress on that tendon and tissue. So one of the questions that I got from one of you today on email was, did you get orthotics or use any sort of padding to take the weight off your big toe? Yes, I did. Yes, it was really helpful. And yes, you have to find the right doctor or foot specialist to make them for you. I know Richard Blake, if you're tuning in right now, he's a great doctor as well in San Francisco. Definitely check out his blog. I know that I've read a lot of his stuff. Hi, Maria. It's good to see you. So definitely make sure that you do your research and that you find a great foot doctor to help you customize orthotics to either offload the tendon or give you the support you need to heal from that injury. Another one of the questions that one of you asked was, how long did your fracture take to heal? And did you continue to exercise during this time? My fracture took a long time to heal because I was misdiagnosed. I was diagnosed originally as sesamoid, so they said, oh, it's fine, just keep exercising, just don't go running. And so I did. I followed what I thought was the right advice, and it was the wrong advice. Once I found out it was a fracture, then I kind of rewound a bit, offloaded completely. Finally, once I found the right foot doctors and physical therapists, I followed their advice, and that was when I finally made progress. So my fracture took, I would say a couple months probably to heal. It's the tendon that takes forever. And I think if you get a sesamoid injury, you're always probably prone to have a little sensitivity in that area. And potentially custom orthotics would be very, very beneficial to you. I don't exactly know if I'll be wearing custom orthotics moving forward, mostly because the strength training has been helping me so much in retraining my butt and my hips, which were the problem in the first place. So hopefully once I get those back into action and working synergistically together, I can hopefully not need orthotics, which is kind of the plan. So that was a question that many of you came to me with. And another question is, which supplements did you take daily, or do you feel that you contributed to your healing? And actually below this video, after we end live, I'll be posting a big blog post that I wrote about all the supplements that I took to aid in healing. I actually followed a pretty clean paleo, low sugar diet, high protein, lots of fruits and vegetables, lots of bone broth and things that were very nourishing and give support to the body and healing. So I'll include that link below this video so that you can click and get all the supplements that I've used to aid in healing, including arnica and all sorts of, supplements and all sorts of things that were very beneficial. So definitely check out that link below. Did you continue to exercise? I have, because I've had physical therapists that have helped me retrain. My PT, you guys are going to be surprised at this, has been an incredible man. His name is Sean McBride. He's out of San Francisco, and he was originally a physical therapist at Kaiser before now becoming a physical therapist / CrossFit coach at San Francisco CrossFit. Many people hear CrossFit and they run screaming, thinking, oh no, too dangerous. It's crazy. Don't do CrossFit. But the thing is, you have to find the right CrossFit. Yes, CrossFit can be dangerous. Anything can be dangerous. I've seen terrible things happen in group fitness. I've seen horrendous things happen in spinning. It just depends on your coach, on your gym, on where you're going, and what they're asking you to do. My coach at San Francisco CrossFit is one of the best coaches in the world. San Francisco CrossFit off Gorgas Avenue is by far one of the most famous facilities for teaching people proper movement patterns, helping them address muscular imbalances, and heal their body. So I am very faithful in that my CrossFit is going to be, oh, hi, good to see you, and thanks for being a new subscriber. But I'm very confident that the CrossFit that I go to is a sound, safe, incredible place to learn about movement, learn about your body, and prevent injury long term. I'm completely addicted to it now because it helps me feel my butt. It makes my foot feel better, if you can believe that. And hi, Leonardo. I'm glad that my foot exercises have helped your wife. Please give her some love for me. And I got to get to myself to Brazil because I work with Fabiola Molina, and she's one of my favorite Brazilian Olympic swimmers. But again, San Francisco CrossFit, check it out. I'll put a link in the description below so that you can click over, check out SFC. They have a lot of resources online that can be very beneficial to you. But that for me has been really helpful and also incredibly empowering in healing this sesamoid injury, because I've learned to move my body and challenge it in incredibly new ways. I've also learned your body is so cool, by the way. If you don't know that already, you should know that. Your body is cool and can do incredible things. So through learning Olympic lifting, powerlifting, rowing, climbing ropes, all of the skills that CrossFit involves, I've learned a lot about myself, a lot about my body, and I've also been re-inspired to challenge myself in new and unique ways. So that's been really helpful. And I'm very fortunate in that my physical therapist works out of CrossFit, works with CrossFit, and that I found the right place. So I highly encourage those of you with sesamoid injuries to get yourself into PT, find the right person to work with, identify the root cause of the injury in the first place, and do the hard work you need to do to fix the root cause, the fundamentals of why you got that injury and what you need to do to heal your body. Because you can't just fix your foot and rest your foot. You have to fix your body so that you don't re-get that injury. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments below if that makes sense to you, because you can't just you can't put a Band-Aid on something. You have to fix why it happened in the first place so that you can heal and return to full health. It's a long journey. It's long, but you got to do it. You got to do it some way or the other, or you're just going to keep hitting your head into the wall, keep getting this injury, and that's going to be incredibly frustrating and not fun for you. So you might as well start the journey now, get the support you need, sign up for help, and, invest in yourself. I will say investing in your health and your body and your healing is the best investment you can make. It's worth every penny, because if you don't have your health and you don't have your body, it's the worst. It's so frustrating. And I know many of you are experiencing that now. So yeah, save the money, spend the money. I don't think twice about spending on my physical therapist. It's really expensive. And when we do these live chats, you can super chat and invest in this channel so I can keep going to PT, learning things, and making videos for you. So super chat me if you want to add a little donation to the Caroline Jordan Fitness YouTube. But, I don't think twice about investing in that, because it is worth it. And if I can heal from this injury, I can help other people heal from this injury. And that's why I'm here today filming this live video for you, to give you some tips, some things that have worked for me, to tell you that I didn't know my butt wasn't working until I got this injury. And now I'm so glad I got this injury, because I get to get my butt back, get my foot back, and start to move in a different way that feels better and is healthier long term. So I'm really glad that I was blessed with this crazy challenge of an injury, because it's taught me about movement, about my body. And the good news is the journey and the learning never ends. You're always going to keep evolving and growing and learning and having challenges that take you out of your comfort zone and give you insight into new things about yourself and about your life. So, even if I heal from this injury, I'll probably get another challenge down the road, and that will teach me more about movement and help me be a better coach and a better athlete and a better friend. So I'm excited, because I love to learn, and challenge or no challenge, it's always a gift to get out of your comfort zone. So that being said, I think I answered a lot of your questions on sesamoids. If you have another question, leave me a comment below and let me know so that I can film another live video for you. Again, I'll be including links in this description below this live video. So if you're watching the rebroadcast, if you're dealing with a sesamoid injury, I highly recommend revisiting those links and getting the resources you need to give you insight, knowledge, and expertise to aid in your healing so that you can make progress and that you can see change and find health again. I want you to keep your head up, to stay positive, to stay strong, to know that healing from a sesamoid injury is possible, to know that it's a long journey, but that you're smart and you're strong enough to make progress every day. So I hope that this injury experience gives you the opportunity to learn more about yourself, to learn more about your body, and to learn how to move through your life in a way that is mindful, with skill and expertise and gratitude and appreciation for all of the gifts of health and fitness and exercise. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. If you liked this video, make sure to hit like. Thank you again for being a part of my world. I love you all so much, and I'll see you soon at CarolineJordanFitness.com. Bye.